What's going on, y'all? And look, man, the shit talking that's going on in boxing right now has got me smiling ear to ear. I can't lie because to me, what this tells me is eventually the big fights that we want to see are eventually gonna have to happen. With guys talking back and forth with all this banter from each side, I think it's gonna stir up some confusion. It's gonna have some people getting irritated back and forth, and people just gonna have to face each other, and it's gonna have to go down. Period. Regardless of what people make, what side of the street they on, it's gonna have to go down, right? Last night, Gervonta Tank Davis defeated Yuriorkis Gamboa with a 12th round knockout, and a lot of people felt like they weren't satisfied with that performance. Me personally, I'm a Tank Davis fan. That was not Tank's best performance at all. To me, I felt like Tank was not conditioned well. We all know he didn't make weight the first time. He eventually made weight, but I felt like if he was more conditioned, he would have gotten Gamboa out of there sooner. To me, I felt like Tank was gassed in the middle rounds, and I feel like it was confirmed when I heard Calvin Ford, his trainer, telling Tank, he was telling him, breathe, breathe, breathe. So he was a little gassed and winded. Now, after that performance, Terence Crawford say that Tank need to stay away from Vasily Lomachenko and also from Devin Haney, right? And so Tank Davis got winded at it. He said, hold on, you mean the same Gamboa that hurt you, that had you hurt badly? Come on, fam, for real? And then he said, in your last fight, you got hurt by Mean Machine. You had a tough fight with Mean Machine, and we didn't even know. He didn't say we didn't know who the hell he was. I'm gonna tell y'all, I didn't know who the hell Mean Machine was. I thought he was a wrestler. So I feel like, hold on. Now, look, Bud got good points, and to me, Tank should have seen this coming, especially with how Tank has taken shots at Bud Crawford over the years in favor of his homie Errol Spence, and also with how Tank has come at Deontay Wilder a few times in the past. A lot of people feel like Tank got Twitter fingers. So Terence Crawford said he came out and he started shooting shots at he came on Twitter and started shooting at Tank and was like, listen, man, you need to stay away from them dudes because you not ready. And to me, I feel like if he would have been in front of Lomachenko or Devin Haney or even Teofimo Lopez in that condition, I feel like it would have been a much tougher fight, and he would have been getting hit with some shots that he would not have liked at all. It wouldn't have boded well for him. He would have been in a tough fight, and he would have had to dig deep. Now, but I still feel like, regardless of all of this, I still feel like Tank got the punching power to end a lot of dudes at 135. He got punching power to hurt a lot of men. Right? Gamboa was tough as nails. And I'm like, damn, did his chin get better? But I feel like, I don't know, maybe was it because Tank was even shocked that Gamboa wasn't getting up out of there and he wasn't finished with some of the shots that he was hitting, because Tank was hitting him with some brutal shots. No lie. And he shut him out for the fight. No lie. Gamboa had his moments, but he did his thing. But I feel like if he was fighting, if he was more conditioned, he would have gotten Gamboa out of there sooner. But I made a video and I said, listen, if he would have been in there with Lomachenko and them, it would have been some trouble. But I feel what Tank is saying too, though. He like, listen, man, you got hurt by this same Gamboa. Now, granted, Gamboa was 5 years younger. He was about 33 at the time he fought him. And people say that was Gamboa's prime. I feel like that was a little outside of Gamboa's prime. But he was a younger, more game opponent, and he was more dangerous because he always got power. He always had power, just always had suspect defense. But, nonetheless, man, Gamboa did hurt Bud. That's the worst I've seen Bud hurt before. And also, Mean Machine, a dude we don't even know. I don't know him. You didn't know him before that. He hurt Bud. So it is true. And for Terence to say that Tank needs to stay away from Lomachenko and Devin Haney after that performance, somebody could also say, well, listen, you need to stay away from Sean Porter and Errol Spence and Danny Garcia after you got touched up and dropped by Mean Machine, because I don't care what nobody's saying. I saw that fight. Bud got dropped by Mean Machine, and they did not count it. They counted it as a slip or whatever. He got dropped by Mean Machine. And, of course, I believe that Bud is going to fight him completely. Bud is going to fight other guys going forward, the other top guys at the PBC, if they eventually fight. I believe he's going to fight them much differently because he knows that he can't do that against Errol Spence or Sean Porter. It's going to be trouble, like Bernie Mac say on a Players Club. But nah, for real though, to me personally, Uh, I really want to see Terence Crawford fight Sean Porter. Like, I don't care if they friends. I don't care nothing about none of that. They cool, they friends and all this and all of that. Yeah, that's cool. But at the end of the day, people say he ain't got nothing to lose. Sean ain't got no belt. Well, he don't got nothing to win. Terence Crawford has a lot to win by fighting Sean Porter. For one, he will finally be stepping in with a top welterweight. Because let's be real, as great of a fighter that Bud is an exceptional talent. To me, he's the most skilled fighter in the welterweight division at 147. 147, he's the most skilled guy. Errol Spence is my dog, and I feel like Errol Spence, that's a 50-50 fight, and Errol gonna give him hell. Sean gonna give him hell too, in my opinion, because Sean is never an easy fight for anybody. I still feel like Terence is more skilled than both of those guys. But truthfully, him fighting Sean Porter would give him a legit welterweight fighter. And if he were to stop Sean Porter, you know what that would do to Terence Boyd Crawford's clout? His clout would skyrocket. He will be looked at as the boogeyman because he stopped a guy that ain't nobody ever stopped before. Yeah, Sean been dropped, but ain't nobody stopped that man ever before. And that would be something that would be dope. That would be something that I think that that was something that I believe that Terence would want on his resume, to say he stopped Sean, or to say that he beat Sean, period. Because for real, if he would have beat Sean, it would also prove that, hey, that wrong side of the street rhetoric needs to stop, because, hey, we still can get guys, we still can come together and make these fights happen. So for one, and hold on, he should also look into fight Danny Garcia, truth be told, and offer Danny more than what they, I guess they were rumored to offer. He was rumored to have offered him before, because I heard what they first tried to offer Danny. Danny said he earned more than that when he fought Ryan Soka. So he like, give me that bag, man. And if he were, because Danny Garcia, I believe, he would earn mandatory status for Errol Spence Jr. if he were to beat Danny Garcia. I'm talking about Terence Crawford. So look, but I believe that Sean Porter fight, that would show me a lot. That would answer a lot of questions about Terence Bud Crawford, how good Bud is in that 147 division. Because Sean Porter will give any fighter hell. I ain't never seen nobody have an easy fight against Sean. Either Kell Brook, the one that had the best clear-cut decisive win over Sean to me, period. But Sean ain't no easy dude for nobody. So yeah, man, some people can say, well, look, man, I don't care if y'all cool and y'all friendly with each other. Sean, come in there and fight your friend. Bud, go in there and fight your friend, and y'all have at it. Kenny Porter is very vocal. He's saying he wanted to happen. Let's make it happen, baby. I'm all for it, small for it. But yeah, man, look, it's trash talk going back and forth. And then look, peep this. Errol Spence goes and retweet, because somebody told, after Terence Crawford says that Tank needs to stay away from Lomachenko and Devin Haney, somebody says you need to stay away from Errol Spence Jr. And Errol Spence Jr., the truth, retweets that and puts it on his page. So he like, look, yeah. So Errol, even despite that accident and all of that, and people saying his speech is slurred, which I feel like should be attributed to the fact that he has new teeth in his mouth, as my mama say, new teeth. He got new teeth in his mouth. He has to get used to talking with the teeth. I think that's why he's slurring. I'm hoping that's the reason, but I believe that's why he's slurring. Errol's confidence is still high. He still is that same guy that feels like he is the shark in the waters of this division, and he still feel like he the big fish, and he is the king of the division, and he's still beating his chest like it. And I can tell when he retweets that tweet from one of the guys, and one of these guys on Twitter. So he believes he's still a top dog, and he feels like he still will give problems to Terence Bud Crawford, and he feels like he don't need no tune-up fight. Errol Spence Jr. I'm speaking of. He feel like, hey, he ready for Danny. He ready for Manny, or he's ready for Terence Crawford. Me personally, I feel like Errol is taking this role. He wants to be Danny. He wants to be Manny, so he can build up his star power, his star potential to be the A side. He wants to build up his status to be that legit pay-per-view type star. And he knows if he were to defeat Manny Pacquiao, the legend, he knows what will be in it for him. He knows his star power will rise, and he knows he will be the new face. Like, he'll be the talk of the town if he was to beat Manny in decisive fashion. If he would have stopped Manny Pacquiao, even at 40 years old, he's unifying with another belt. And he got 3 belts to Bud's 1. So it would mean something for him. You know what I mean? And I believe that, with Earl respecting Manny a lot and being a humble guy, despite what people want to say about Earl, he's a really humble guy. He's a really nice guy. I believe that the Manny Pacquiao, he will win the Manny Pacquiao fans over, and then they will come and they will come to become Errol Spence fans, and he will gain more star power. Similar like a power move that Floyd Mayweather Jr. did against Oscar De La Hoya. Now, Oscar was younger than Manny at this time, but Manny still got the top dog status after beating Adrian Broner and Keith Thurman the way he did and dropping Keith early like that. So, yeah, man, I think Manny Pacquiao fans will convert over to being Errol Spence Jr.'s fans. I believe Errol will be, if he were to beat Manny Pacquiao, he would be very gracious in his win, and they would be like, okay, you know what? I'm growing to like you. The same way that they grew to like Keith Thurman, even though they hated Keith before the fight, they grew to gain a lot of respect for Keith after the fight with how gracious he was towards Manny Pacquiao. Now, they caused them to come on Errol's side, and he built up his pay-per-view status while they looking at Bud the wrong way because Bud went on TV and said he felt like Manny ran from him. So I believe Errol trying to, build his status up, and he want to be the top dog, the A side, so he can get the top bread, and they're going to make that clash happen, and the Clash of the Titans got to go down. Period. I don't care what nobody say. It got to happen, man. I'm so excited, y'all. I don't know what to do. Woo! That ain't nothing but cranberry juice, y'all. I'm lying. But anyway, man, y'all know I don't really drink it all for real. But this boxing, it's finna go down. Machiavelli Mills TV. Peace.